Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yasir and I'm your tutor for a business environment. Our today's topic is understand how external factors impact on different organizations. Uh, if anyone is there and you want, yeah, can you see my screen and can you hear my voice if there is any issue?
Everything is perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
okay. Just let me know if you have any issues. Okay. So today
Thank
we will discuss external factors, past analysis you might heard before. Basically, examine the level of political. There are four main things we discussed in external factors: political, economical, social, technological, and legal environment. So I will go through all of them one by one. So here, what are external factors? Basically, uh, when it comes to the decision that the owner of a business and its stakeholders make, external factors valuable are those influence conditions or situations that the firm cannot control and that have an impact on those decisions, companies' capacity to accomplish its strategic goals can be directly influenced by a great number of external factors, and some of these aspects are listed as below. uh, the viability of your online business could be significantly impacted. For instance, if the government were to alter the level that regulate the types and quantities of items that are permitted to imported, and if the expenses associated with importation were to increase. Monitoring monitoring the macro factors that have an impact on your company and the industry on a regular basis, and responding to those elements in a manner that is suitable for your company is a crucial step to take. These external macro factors can shape your business opportunities and pose potential threats. So basically, your company's chances and possible dangers can be influenced by the following external macro factors. It is important to consider economic variables such as employment rates and trends, interest rates, disposable income, trends, inflation, and other related factors. Uh, Variation in the manner in which consumers use and acquire products or services, such as the utilization of smartphones or tablets for the purpose of purchasing items, the influence of technology on the manners in which businesses, procures and deliver goods, and the implementation of automations. Then he's talking about cultural and social factors, presence of cultural and social elements such as the rise in the number of women in the workforce has resulted in a favorable impact on the act of purchasing items online. The way in which company conduct their business can be influenced by a very circumstances, including political and legal considerations such as modification to work, health, and safety laws and regulations. Sorry. Uh, Additionally, seasonal and climate elements can also have an climatic factors has also like can also have an impact. For example, businesses that offer seasonal commodities like sky gear or swimwear are likely to be influenced by the local climate. Then, when it comes to the acquiring alternative power sources, consumer have the ability to utilize environmental elements such as conducting research and comparing various possibilities. Okay, Vanya, any questions? All good?
No questions so far. Oh, good.
Okay. So environment can be of two types, micro environment and then macro environment. Uh, an environment that is indirectly interactive has a secondary and more remote impact on an organization. This form of environment is referred to as indirect impact. So consider the following aspects: consumers' input or suppliers, competitors, public marketing, and media talent. Macro environment, which includes factors such as a sort of environment that is directly interactive, has an immediate and direct impact on an organization. This type of environment is referred to as in the realm of economics, political and legal affairs, technology, social and environmental issues. So what is micro environment? Micro environment refers to the environment that has a direct, as I said, uh, he's repeating itself, refers to an environment that has a direct influence on your professional enterprise. All of your business producers may be directly impacted by it as it connected to the specific region in which your firm operates. Simply put, it is comprised of all the elements that have an impact on your company in particular. So they have the power to have an impact on the way in which you conduct your daily operations as well as the overall performance of the firm. On the other hand, the effect that they have is not one that is extremely long lasting. Clients, vendors, resellers, uh, rival businesses, and members of the general public are all included in the micro, environment. Oh. The macro environment encompasses a wider scope, encompassing the environment that exists inside the functioning of the company itself. So it has an impact on the management performance, decision making, and strategy making process of all businesses group of the same time. So, considering how dynamic it is imperative that a company always keep a close eye on how it is evolving. It is made up of external circumstances over which the corporation has no control, but which unquestionably have an impact on the businesses. Uh, Economic influences, demographic forces, technological factors here, technological factors, political and legal forces, social and cultural forces, or the components that, mixture of the macro, environment. Pastel factors, political, economical, social factors, and technological factors. Political factors involves element related to the government and its impact of businesses, trade policies, government changes, funding, you know, government changes, shift in leadership or political parties, and then lobbying, foreign pressures, conflict in the political arena. When we talk about economic factors, revolve around the financial aspects affecting businesses, disposable income, the money people have available after taxes, unemployment level, foreign exchange rates, interest rates, trade, tariffs, inflations, and etc. So, general taxation issues, overall tax policies, taxation changes specific to product services, taxes affecting, specific industries, local economic situation, and trends. So local financial condition in a specific, region. When we talk about local economic situation, social factors, is social factors encompass the cultural and uh, social influences on the businesses, ethical regions factor, uh, cultural and religious considerations, consumer buying patterns, major world buying access, shifts in, population, demographics, health, views of the media, law, changes affecting social factors. So, yeah, like a legal modification influencing social aspects. Then we talk about technological factors. Technological factors involve advancement and involve innovations impacting businesses. Technological department, progress in technology, research, trends in global technological, associated technological, licensing, patents, etc. So, uh, information technology, the use of technology is in managing information communication. Lastly, technological aspects of communication. Legal factors and environmental factors. Legal factors involve the legal framework and regulations affecting businesses, like employment law, consumer protection, industry specific regulations, competitive regulations, current legislations, home market, future legislations, regulatory bodies and the process, environmental regulations, laws concerning the environment. So finally, environmental factors consider the impact of business activities on the environment. So ecological factors related to the ecosystem, then economic, environmental issues, international and nationals. You might heard about global warming or this kind of stuff. So, global and local environmental concerns, then stakeholders, staff attitude, management style, environmental regulations, customer values and market values, perceived worth of product or services in the market. Any questions so far? 1 year.
No questions. Thank you.
I'm pronounce correctly. 1 year. 1 year.
Fanya.
Okay. Okay.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine.
Then here, the next one is describe key external factors that impact on different organizations. Uh, that people provide. Here it says, in order for an organization to achieve success. Here, where is last page? Here. Yeah, when we talk about here environmental, regulations and customer values and market values, related to values and preference of customer, market value, the perceived worth of product or services in the market. So, knowledge and understanding of environment is a vital for organization to know in order to be successful. So, pastel analysis looks at the environment under the heading. So, if you can discuss, in order to identify growth opportunities and source of risk, a pastel analysis evaluate the environment by considering the, following uh, here, that. Falling factors, political and legal, economic factors, social and cultural factors, technological factors, environmental and legal. So sorry. So basically, the analysis is especially useful for identifying the drivers of change, which can help identify growth opportunities. Political and legal factors, again, the addition or removal of legislation or regulatory constraints can pose major strategic threats and opportunities the organization need to know. So there are significant strategic dangers and possibilities that might arise from the addition or removal of legislative or regulatory restraint for a company. So in order to ensure the organization's success, it is imperative that they have a comprehensive understanding of the implications of any potential changes in rules. So, what kind of tax or other incentives are now, being developed that have the potential to influence strategy? Then, economic factors. A number of economic factors are taken into consideration, such as interest rates and currency rates, as well as the overall status of the economy, such as whether it is coming out of recession or entering one. So it is imperative for the company to possess a comprehensive understanding of the economic prospects and inflation rates in inflation rates of the nations in which it works. So as well as the strategic implications that these factors will have. Then social and cultural factors, uh, you know, the category of social and cultural elements encompasses alterations in preference and ways of living. There is also the possibility that they will include shifts in the demographic composition of a populations. If is there is an example as well. In Western Europe, individuals are seeing an increase in their lifespan, but in the majority of countries, the birth rate is decreasing, resulting in a population that is getting older. So clearly, this has repercussions for the kind of goods and services that companies and other organizations might intend to provide in the future by offering them. So there are some of the typical questions that need to be answered include these are some of the typical questions that need to be answered, such as what are the current and emerging trends in fashion and layered items. In what ways will the size of the market of its sub markets be impacted by the demographic trends that are currently occurring? It is important to consider whether the trend presents opportunities of or hazards. Hmm. Then next one is technological influence or technological factors may include changes in retailing methods such as direct selling over the internet, changes in production process, more use of automation, and greater integrations between uh, customers and suppliers via computer link ops. It is essential for the company management to have a comprehensive understanding of the amount to which the present technologies are, attaining maturity, as well as the technical advancements or trends that are influencing or have the potential to, influence the sector. Environmental factors, example of environmental factors is product, stewardship, which takes into account all of the raw material components and energy sources that are utilized in the product. Additionally, it takes into account the way in which more environmentally, environment friendly alternatives could be utilized. If we talk about questions that need to be answered, include those that are typical, such as whether or not we are conforming to the environmental legislation that is now in place, what are the potential opportunities for new product development that could be utilized to create a positive influence on the market from an environmental standpoint. So also, in what ways will the upcoming environmental legislation affect the environment? Any questions so far, Vanya? Any issues?
No
Okay,
questions so far.
okay. Can you see screen? No issues as well.
Yes. Yes, everything works fine.
Okay, good. Analyze how external factors impact upon the activities of specific organizations. Uh, One can consider political, economic, social, or technological elements as external influences that have an impact on organizations. So, one of the most well known and widely recognized brand of consumer electronics in the world of is Apple. So, which is traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol APL. So, is one of the world's most visible and recognizable consumer electronics brand. So Apple has been a favorite among investors for a remarkably long time. Apple began as a standard computer corporation, but it has since expanded its products line to include various electronic devices such as smartphone, tablets, music players, and television sets even. So Apple creates and manufactures all of these products. So one of the most distinctive aspect of Apple's business model is that it is a company that writes and design. So the company uses its own, proprietary software and providers its own operating system for all its products. So Apple has, expanded its businesses into entertainment and gaming industries in recent years. Information services. So this company has grown to become one of the largest, internet merchants uh, in the world. So the provision of software solutions, including smartphone applications, music and streaming videos, submit your, applications. The business strategy that Apple employs has been extremely successful, despite the facts that it is distinctive. Example, Apple pastel analysis among the many Americans technological companies that have amassed a significant amount of cash. Apple is one of the companies that has done so. So it has total of 300 billion, dollars in the bank of the 30th of June 2020. So these circumstances are giving rise to call for increased corporation taxation in the United States of America. uh, where one of the most pressing political issue is the issue of wealth disparity. When it comes to the production, Apple is mainly reliant on China because of its lower cost, obviously, that labors and overheads. So it is possible that social and political instability in China could cause disruption in manufacturing or lead to a rise in the cost of manufacturing in that country. So, in addition, there have been calls for the United States to impose restrictions on Chinese imports in an effort, to increase the amount of manufacturing within the United States. Finding alternatives to manufacturing in China could be expensive for Apple, which could be a problem for the company. So, there is a possibility that this will result in higher prices for Apple items. So as a result of its reliance on Chinese production and markets, Apple is exceptionally susceptible to political turmoil in China. So growing nationalism and anti-Americanism in China could make Apple a target, which could result in a decrease in the company's market shares. So, if countries like the United States and Japan believe the China's possess a threat, then the strong relationship that Apple has with China could become a political problem in those countries. Antitrust concerns and political pressures to break up Apple or limit its market dominance could arise as a result of the company's strong, position in other industries, including music. Potential impact of economic factors on Apple. There is a possibility that Apple will be affected by economic factors. It is possible that the cost could be eliminated due to the increased labor expenses in China. Uh, Take advantage of some Apple goods using this. So the potential market for higher end consumer goods, such as those offered by companies like Apple, could be reduced in the incomes of the middle class in several industrialized countries, notably the United States. Become stagnant. Apple, a robust United States dollar has the potential to boost exchange rates, so causing it to increase commerce in key markets such as Europe and China is more expensive for Apple to conduct. Potential impact of social factors and Apple. An area of the world, such as Africa, where people are not familiar with Apple products, will have the greatest increase in consumer spending in the next decades. There is a lack of a strong emotional tie to Apple uh, products among consumers in those markets, particularly younger people in Apple's established market like the United States. The lack of attachment is which drives sales. Some consumers in the United States and Europe are expressing their disapproval of things that are both uh, pricey and fashionable. So, for consumers who are socially conscious, the attraction of Apple's products could be limited due to ethical concerns over the company's manufacturing in China. Potential impact of technology factors on Apple again, the capacity of competitions like Google and Samsung to replicate Apple products and services has been proved to be quite robust so far. Android Pay, which had the same features as Apple Pay, was released by Google in a period of time. Uh, just give me a second, one year. Hello?
No problem.
I just
No worries.
Yes, Vanya. Sorry. Hello.
That's fine. That's fine. No
Oh yeah,
problem.
just
I'm
was
here.
that having a glass of water, so just wanted.
No worries.
Yes. So where we were? Yeah. So Apple, well known, personal computers will, decrease. It is possible that the variety of programs that are accessible to smartphones user may be restricted due to Apple exclusive operating systems. One of Apple most significant competitive advantages, which is its reputation for high levels of security and safety, is being undermined by the increasing capabilities of cyber thieves, which in turn makes Apple system less secure. Uh, Also, Apple Pay marks the company's recent entry into the highly regulated financial services sector, which Apple has lately entered. This may result in an increase in the amount of regulations and oversight that it is subject to from the government. Apple may be subject to a higher levels of competition if it continues to provide financial services legislations. According to stories in the news, Apple is reportedly intending to join another extremely competitive market. Vehicle manufacture is a regulated industry, making automotive industry could end up increasing Apple's cost associated with the legislation, insurance and regulatory companies. So one of the primary sources of revenue for Apple is derived from a wide range of products that are under the purview of intellectual property laws, including softwares and music. Because of this, the corporation is extremely subscription susceptible to both forms of piracy and legal confrontations. So there is a growth worry regarding the population and other environmental adverse effect that are caused by manufacturing facilities and infrastructures in China. As consequences, this may at some point in the future result in additional regulations as well as higher manufacturing costs. There is a possibility that China's attempt to reduce greenhouse gases and restrict the utilization of fossil fuels could lead to an increase in the rates of energy and manufacturing prices for Apple in that particular country. The climate change that is caused by global warming has the potential to cause disruption in both transoceanic shopping and Apple supply chain. So it is possible that the concern regarding energy consumptions and other adverse impact resulting from data enters could result in a rise in both regulations and expenses. Analyze the external factors affect organizational stakeholders, individuals or groups that have an interest in the activities of the organizations or an expectations of the organizations are referred to as stakeholders. It is essential for an organizations to have a true understanding of the requirement of the many stakeholders present, understanding the contribution that connections with the stakeholders may make to the overall well-being of the company is an essential component of the job performed by the strategic manager in order for an organizations to determine whether or not its goals will be able to meet the requirements of the various stakeholders. It is necessary for the businesses to conduct an assessment of the expectations of the group when it comes to establishing a strategy for a company. Doing a stakeholders analysis is an essential component. Classification of stakeholders. It is possible to classify stakeholders into three main groups, so which are as follow. uh, internal, for example, employees. Internal stakeholders are intimately connected to the organizations, and their objectives are likely to have a strong influence on how it runs. Connected, for example, stakeholders and external, such as the external entities such as the government. Connected stakeholders who are connected to the organization can be considered to have contractual connections with the body. When it comes to the management of the organization, the primary purpose that must be fulfilled is to satisfy the shareholders. It is important to note that the firm must also meet the objectives of the customers and financiers in order for it to be successful. External stakeholders. Example of external stakeholders include the government, municipal authorities, and others such as entities. The group in question will possess a wide range of aims, and their capacity to guarantee that the organization achieves those objectives will vary among them. Then stakeholders conflict. It is possible for the many stakeholders' wants and expectations to be in conflict with one another. A few examples of the typical conflict are, uh, uh, job wages versus bonus cost, employees versus managers, customers versus stakeholders, general public and stakeholders, manager versus shareholders, job wages, bonuses cost, product quality, services levels versus profit and dividends, effect on the environment versus profit, dividend, and growth versus independence. Again, is talking about political, economical, social, and technological uh, cultures. Uh, Now evaluate the impact of external factors on accounting process with organizations. So trade between nations has, taken on a new cognitive role as a result of globalization and the development of technology. So, with the context of this exchange culture, the concept of exchanging accounting method and procedures holds an important position. A collection of contingency factors provides an explanation for the selection of a management accounting techniques according to Reid 2000. uh, it says that these elements have had an impact on the structure and operation of their respective organizations. When confronted with a wide variety of approaches, each of which adhere to a different ideology, businesses are required to devise management accounting system that is capable of satisfying the most recent needs. On the most important aspect of organizational structure is the accounting system that the company adopts. The specific characteristics of an appropriate system will be determined by the characteristics of the situations that the organization is currently facing. Then, based on ACCA's drivers of change, page 10 uh, report, it is said that the accounting profession is expected to undergo significant changes in the years leading up to 2025. So therefore, educational institution, individuals, member of professional bodies, and professional bodies themselves should respond. Major shift include the following the ever evolving technology that is both smart and digital. Continued globalization is underway. And then regarding the environmental and it is control of regulations. Accounting information required as far as the operational level is concerned, sales in addition to posting the accounting accounts in the sales ledger, the ledger personnel will also be responsible for sending out statements and responding to inquiries regarding accounts. So this level will also be responsible for granting credit approval for new orders. At the managerial level, credit is crucial factor. The control managers will be concerned about following up with clients who are sluggish to pay in order to ensure that bad debts are kept to minimum and that cash follows is maintained in a healthy manner. At the strategic level, the board maintenance presence could come to the conclusion that additional money is required and the invoice discounting or factoring debts could be beneficial strategies to raise some of cash. Factor related pastel in context of accounting term, political factors, rules and regulations, again, data protection law regulations, deregulations, health and safety law, environmental law, tax policies, and competitions regulations. And then economic factors, interest rates, exchange rates, inflation, tax, and demand and supply. So, social factors, attitudes and locations, populations, growth rate, religion and beliefs, average disposable income level, family size and structures, investing habits, immigrations and immigration rates. Technological factors, every little thing, internet connectivity, wireless charging, automation, security in cryptography. Trigger change in management accounting based on according to the Solomon with the realm of organizational factors. There exists two main groups: aspect related to the environment, changes in organizational ownership such as acquisition of or mergers are examples of organizational factors. So, according to Sulaiman, organizational factors include in order to improve corporate governance, restructuring strategies such as decentralizations, hierarchical structure, downsizing, and outsourcing are necessary. Environmental factors, the impact of market rivalry, and the emphasis placed on new non-financial performance metrics are comprised environmental factors, as stated previously, Solomon. This in turn results in alternation in the behavior of customers, which can be linked to globalization and a connection between the requirements and regulations of financial accounting and the profession of management accountings. Environmental variables, usually referred to as external factors, encompass a wide range of factors that might have an impact on a businesses. These include rapid changes in the business environment, such as the globalization of sectors, advancement in information and technology, and growing rivalry participating in the development that have taken place in the practice, uh, management accounting practice, during the past few years, references LO 2000s. Also, management accounting, it is imperative that management accounting takes the initiative in delivering to businesses the according to Cloud 2000 information that is customer oriented, the organization decided to put all of its faith in accounting professionals who specialize in management, since they have become an integral part of the process of management. Globalizations, as you know that uh, because of the increasing connectedness of the world, globalization will bring about new opportunities. There are both opportunities and problems for MA management accounting. In addition to demonstrating interpersonal traits, the behavior, MA will be required to concepts and anticipate coming variances in company processes, geographic location, roles, responsibilities, and legislations. In tandem with the rising standards of accounting and businesses, there will be an accompanying growth in demand. It encompasses a wide range of cultural tradition and countries. As a result of globalization, one of the most valuable abilities will be the ability to communicate in several languages, knowledge of a variety of cultures, and the ability to work effectively with people from different backgrounds. Brexit. I hope you know very well about Brexit. There's significant factors that will also, bring about changes to the functioning of MA is the Brexit. Communication is the only way of MA to go forward. As a result of the unpredictability of Brexit, a great number of organizations will experience feelings of insecurity and vulnerability. Nevertheless, MA will need to maintain a continuous dialogue with clients regarding their concerns, regarding their businesses, and ensures that they feel comfortable. It is encouraging to see that members of parliament are convinced that accountants will be able to meet the challenges that the uncertainties brought about by Brexit would provide to businesses. The head of the ACCA, Mr. John Williams, uh, 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 for John, according to John William, he says that businesses by the accountant will rise the challenges process to businesses by the uncertainties of Brexit. So Brexit may result in the United Kingdom's implementing a new tax scheme. In light of this, management accountants will be obligated to provide guidance and respond to any inquiries that may be raised by clients regarding the potential new tax legislations. So, the Massachusetts Department of Revenue will be required to keep their understanding of the new tax plan that will be provided up to date, and to discover strategies, approaches to boost performance of their businesses. Financial accounting regulations, governance, regulations and the enhancement of governance rank among the most major drivers of change in Massachusetts. So this company will be repercussions in every phase of its operations, whether they are direct or indirect communications between the chief financial officer and their managements. So those who audit money over the next few years, the most significant influence on the profession will come from increasing regulations and strengthened governance. So the years 2025 says that management accountants are required to evaluate the associated technological, practical, and ethical difficulties, and communicate their findings. So using these to efficiently connect to relevant sources. Thus, it is essential for management accounting to have an understanding of uh, uh, according to ACCA. Therefore, it is crucial for management accountant to understand. Yes, there are some references you can go through if you want to. And if there is any question, concerns, or issues, you can drop me an email at yasir@ukversity.co.uk. And that's it for you. Thank you very much. Any questions, any concerns?
Um, no, no questions at the moment. It was really amazing choice of company to go in details for to give example. I mean, Apple and
Yeah, Apple.
yeah, they've gone a long way, and there's so much going on over the decades with the company. So that was great
Yeah,
to
they're talking
see.
about importance of management accountant as well, not only financial accountants as well, because in
Yeah,
production department or manufacturing department, management accountant is a very important part of companies.
yes, absolutely.
Okay,
So
so
I have no questions at the moment, and any questions I might have, that I'll probably ask them the next time when we have another lecture. Just because at the time, at the third lecture, I'll have a clear idea what are the aspects that I need to cover to know exactly how to proceed with my
yes,
assess
no
or with
problem,
my
no
assessment.
problem.
Then,
Thank you very much, Vanyan. Anyone, thank you very much
thank
for
you, sir.
joining me, and I'll see you next week. Saturday at 2 o'clock. Thank you very much, everyone, and
Yes,
bye for
thank
now.
you. Have a good weekend.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye.